Hello and welcome back to Super Mario Bros. 2 with me, Matthew Gaddis, aka Poogie. So, we will actually finish World 1 in this episode. Each of the worlds in Super Mario Bros. 2 are only 3 levels long. However, despite them only being 3 levels long as opposed to the first game's 4, and indeed the Japanese Super Mario Bros. 2's, or the Lost levels, shall we say, 4 levels long. Each of the levels do get longer as the game goes on. So yeah, and right. Apparently, using a stopwatch does not automatically stop logs, which is weird. Also, yeah, these potions will later change things quite a bit, because in terms of health, I mean, because what will happen with Mario's health, or with regards to the potions, is that I will have to find somewhere else to find the mushroom, basically. So yeah. Also of note, in Doki Doki Panic, of course, your characters did not grow big or small. That was a thing, of course. Speaking of, I don't know if I could call those mushrooms or not, because, but they do have a certain gimmick to them that certain other things that you throw do not. You can only throw them like one platform unless you are running. Though they do make decent platforms, but this is where the puzzle element comes into Super Mario Bros. 2. Because you can actually use these to get up to the other platforms, yeah. So it's a kind of puzzle platformer, actually, if you ask me, is Super Mario Bros. 2. And that's why I actually like it. I actually do like this game. Truly, aesthetically, it's very different to the previous Mario game, or the one that will succeed it, namely, of course, Super Mario Bros. 3, which is probably my favorite of the Mario Bros. Games on the NES. Also, despite there being a lot of Phantos, only one will chase you. It's not like those enemies in the Kirby games which follow you. Oh no, it's only one Phanto. The one Phanto is enough to finish you off, seriously. So I want to move as quickly as possible. I will fall down as far as I can. The keys also can only be thrown because apparently they're really heavy. Yes, that's what I'm going with in regards to weight here. Unless you're running, and then you can throw them like a few spaces. But nothing much else. Also, that Sniffy does worry me because he can shoot me down. As can, speaking of dying, those spikes can kill you anyway. Yeah, that shocker's moving way too quickly. Or was it a Sparky? I don't know. Reminds me way too much of Walt from Paper Mario. Also, have I got other power blocks? They defeat all enemies, and indeed this is the first game to use power blocks. Yes. Also, those snippets are annoying. Also, for some reason, a superstar comes up. Yep. Give me pasta power, give me pasta might. Yeah, that's what I'm going with. So, yay. And that hog just killed himself, just outright killed himself. It does, the power block also does kill these Sparkies as well. So yeah, you see that? Yeah, that, as I said, that is only native to Super Mario Bros. 2. That did not happen in Doki Doki Panic, of course, because, well, you didn't have the power of that, so yeah, that was the main thing. But they actually added something to the game with that, and those ninjas can jump before I go on. Seemingly no boss in this area, because we automatically get the crystal ball here. Well, almost. We do get a boss, namely Mouser. Yes. Oh, is it Mouser? Yes, it is Mouser, so, he can be annoying. As we will see, because we only get 2 bombs here, so I want to be careful about where I place them. But I'll get to Mouser in a moment. Also a recurring character, actually, in the Super Mario Bros. Super Show. Seriously, he was kind of like, because Kamek wasn't created until, like, well, I'd say at least 1995, when Yoshi's Island came out on the SNES, or SNES if you prefer. Bowser was actually his underling, basically, his chief underling was Mouser. So yeah, also if I say King Koopa. So he didn't work for the main boss in this game, who isn't actually Bowser. Yeah, in the world of Subcon, where this is set, believe it or not, Bowser isn't the villain. We will see who it is actually in this game, but yeah. But anyway, to damage Mouser, all you have to do is lob the bombs back at him. Though he does move very shiftily, shall we say, does this annoying mouse. The bombs do leave a lasting effect, so it will damage him, but it can be very annoying, especially since we will face him a bit later, shall we say, in the game. So that being said, let's go through the door. And yes, I do like the victory music. It comes through. It also reminds me a bit of the rather sadly, I can't say short-lived because the original creator died, Randy Solom's Rise of the Mushroom Kingdom I'm referring to. I remember Mario dancing in that when he defeated, I think it was Kroglip, who is another boss in Super Mario Bros. 2. But anyway, that being said, let's get to Toad. Toad is a little slower than Mario, though he makes up for it with great strength, apparently. He can throw enemies very far. Sniffy there, that's going to be a pain in the ass. Do I want to get whatever's there? I don't know. Sometimes you'll also get a shell. Yes, seriously. Even though this is a game with no Koopas, we will get a shell. Yeah. And it functions the same way as any Koopa shell does in the other Mario games. It's nigh on invincible against most of the enemies, although it doesn't bounce back and forth, unlike the Koopa shells. So yeah, and these snakes are annoying, seriously. They will spit at you from inside the thing. Also note, it plays the underground music here in, if you go down one of those, well, I can't say pipes, it's not like a pipe, because those were left over from Doki Doki Panic, in the Super Mario Advance version, it actually plays a much more upbeat tune. In the underground, if you go down the pipe, then the da 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 da. Kind of over the top there, but you get the idea. So that being said, Starman, and let's get through there and into the pyramid. And no, Jacqueline Natler is not inside here. Instead, we have a bunch of Shy Guys. And you think you have nowhere to go, but you can. You actually mash the B button to make Toad or whatever character you're controlling dig through the ground. The problem is the Shy Guys. They will follow you down when they get to you, so be careful. I'm digging in one place, and I'll probably have to move off to one side here. Hopefully the Shy Guy moved to the left there, which is good. Although the other thing is the sniffies, because they can shoot their pellets at you. Seriously. In a game where, a game done by a company like Nintendo, who's very family friendly. Apparently they're not averse to having, enemies shoot you with pellets, it seems. Seriously. But this was in the 80s. Anyway, here's another Birdo. This one's another pink one, so it won't launch any bombs at you, at least. Wait until later when we get red Birdos. Oh boy. Yeah. And also green Birdos, seriously. There are actually lots of different coloured Birdos in this game, which, yeah. But we'll get to that. For now, I'll wait till you defeat Birdo in the same way. The only really annoying thing is the pit to the left, because if you stay on the eggs that she's launching, then you will fall into the pit and die. Seriously. Also, yeah, I'll get the crystal ball, and then just make my way over to the hot door. And that is, I believe, the first level of World 2 done. So I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye!